Okay, everybody, it is me, you, and something else. I'm going to show you in a second. Anyway, it is Tuesday, March 29th, 2022. Yes, this is a freak show, but I want to introduce you to something. I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to touch it, but I'm going to. So, as most of you know, I like to, I don't know, I put nicknames on people. So, this Loretta Mester from the Federal Reserve, first of all, they're all creatures. You all know that. And I printed up a picture of it. I want you to have a look at this. This is Loretta Mester from the Federal Reserve. That's a freak, man. I'm sorry. That is a freaking freak. And that's why I call her the ghoul. They're all ghouls, but this is freaking ghoulish. Yeah, that's ghoulish, all right. All right, look, let us move forward here, people. Are you looking at the price of gold and silver this morning? It's getting devastated. Silver is getting slammed. It's down over 4%. I'm talking about the paper derivative. As we all know how this works, Meanwhile, the dollar is in a nosedive this morning. It's down almost 1%. Well, let's look at the rest of the setup for the market. 10-year yield, stable, looking really nice. I want to talk more about the yield curve in a minute. Anyway, lovely. 10-year yield, beautiful. Dollar down. Crude oil is getting slammed as well because apparently there's some kind of peace talks in the works between Russia and Ukraine. Don't believe it. It's all a ploy to keep this going. I mean, we just heard from our illustrious, mentally challenged president. A lot of you get so offended when I use the R word. So I don't know, we'll come up with something different other than retard. Uh-oh, I just pissed somebody off. All right, look, anyway. Yeah, we heard from him and he was like, oh yeah, be prepared for a long fight. Duh! Okay, they're going to use every tactic you can imagine to keep this crisis going here. Now it looks like they're running a pump and dump with crude oil, which is going much higher in my view. This war is not over. All right. They're not done throwing hundreds of billions of dollars at it. Central banks around the world via their puppet governments. And you know how this all works. So anyway, just enjoy the ride while you can. So the setup for the market today, not too bad. Stock futures are higher across the board. The dollar getting slammed. 10-year yield stable. Crude still high. WTI around $100. So let's see. Let's see how this plays out. I think it looks pretty this morning for the market. With regard to gold and silver, people, look, it's gone on sale today. You all know that. I don't care what they do. You know this as well. I don't freaking care. They can pull it upside down, backwards and sideways, inside and freaking out. Global debt is going to surge higher faster than ever in history, with the central banks collectively, none more so than the Fed, determined to continue to inflate. So you tell me where you want to be. All right, it's that simple. You got Bitcoin around 48,000 here. People going much higher. You know that too. Look, this whole thing, besides this, is very beautiful. It's a very beautiful setup this morning for the market, for everything. Look, let's talk about this yield curve a little bit because, so here I am this morning. Okay, I go over and I check my email box and it's lot of talk about the yield curve. Why are you so concerned about it? I want you to, for those of you that are writing to me about the yield curve, why is this askew, partially inverted, flattening yield curve? Why is it bothering you? Do you not already know that the global economy is in free fall? Henceforth, why central banks are doing what they're doing? Why do you believe, for example, the Federal Reserve is out here continuing to pump more debt into the economy, into the markets, because our economy is so strong? Really? You're buying the dog shit that you're being fist-fed, the buckets of it that they're pouring down your throat? Is that the truth? No, I don't think so. The fact of the matter is the yield curve is reflecting what's going on here. But it doesn't matter. If you think for a nanosecond that this is going to affect the stock market, you don't know what's going on. They shut down the global economy. COVID, you remember all that? Yeah, and the market still went higher. Okay, they can do anything, they can shut it down. The market's still going to go higher. So if you're concerned about a recession here, well, you're already in a collapse. So and you're concerned, a recession would be a step up from where we are now. A recession would be a step up from where we are now anyway. So look, bull markets, bear markets, recessions, booming economies, that's just the way things go. But in this environment of easy money, which is not going to stop, if you're concerned that it's going to affect the stock market, what's going on here in the yield curve, you're missing the big picture. You're really missing the big freaking picture. How many more times do I have to tell you to watch the 10-year yield? Forget the whole curve. Yes, it is important to watch the curve. I'll give you that. But you're watching it, realizing what's going on behind it and underneath it. Okay, we have an economy in free fall globally. Okay, central banks are going to continue to inflate. They're going to find reasons that you can't even think about. They are our supposed leaders to funnel cash around the freaking world, dissolve the absolute strength of fiat currencies around the world, whatever central bank is issuing them. And they're going to be the lenders and buyers of last resort. They are the government now. You know this. So look, all you got to do is take away what's actually going on. And this is central banks fulfilling their end game, people. I've been telling you this for years, okay? They want to be the lenders and buyers of last resort. They're there now, okay? And they will continue to create out of thin air, not just fiat currency, but reasons to continue to flood the world with debt. Let me explain this to you maybe another way. Let's say you're Corporation XYZ. All right, you are Corporation XY freaking Z. You have a product, whatever it might be that you're making, and you want people of the world to buy your product, to hold your product, because you obviously have something to gain from it. Excuse me. Well, that's the story of central banks. None more so than the Fed. Why? Because the US dollar remains the world reserve. So, the Fed's product is what? Debt. One thing. Period. The end. The more of that they can issue, the more they can create and print out of thin air, add to a digital screen, funnel everywhere, have our supposed leaders dish out to whoever wants it, the stronger that corporation, your corporation, would become. So that's the way it is. And don't think it's going to change. If you realize that debt is going to, I've told you already, global debt is going to double from where we are very rapidly. All right. And they're going to come up with another crisis, followed by another crisis, followed by yet another crisis to keep the mechanism going. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You want to be on the opposite side of that trade, and you know how to do it. Precious metals, people, let them play their games. I don't give a damn. You know this. They are artificially rigging the price. Over and over and over again, JP Morgan, other world central banks, none more so than JP Morgan, have been caught rigging it. What happens? They get slapped on the hand. They pay a fine. Let's pay a fine. They are making so much money by rigging the price of precious metals that it's just frankly stupid. Okay. And it will continue until it doesn't. It's going to continue until we get the implosion in the debt market, when we get a massive wave of cash moving. That's the main reason why this guy owns gold, silver more specifically. I own more silver than anything else. Platinum, palladium, and why I hold cryptocurrencies as well. With regard to this market, it's going higher. It's going higher. All right. So I would strongly suggest you getting yourselves on the right side of this. Take advantage of everything that you can that's thrown in your way. All right, for me, the gloves are now off. You know that. You know why. They're trying to destroy us all. I will not let that happen. Okay, you understand. All right, people, look, so with that said, that's the story. So we got this market today poised for gains right at the open. We got a dollar that is down nearly a full percentage point last time I looked at it. Gold and especially silver getting pummeled. Crypto's doing well. Bitcoin doing good. Stock futures higher across the board. That's it. That's it. So with that said, I believe you and me, we're in all the right spots as it is. With regard to crude oil, take advantage of this dip here. I think it's going much higher in my view. It really seems to me like they're running a pump and dump scheme with crude oil, with energy. But what else would you expect in this freak show? With freaks that look like this. I don't know. All right, look, I'm out of here. Love you a lot. Please share the video. I want to hear from you. Oh, one more thing. I am looking for a few more moderators for this channel. Despite the fact that I have a lot of moderators, these scammers don't stop. If you would like to be a moderator of this channel and help me get rid of these scammers here, just write a comment. Greg, I would like to be a moderator, and I will do my best to accommodate you. All right, with that said, people, look, I'm out of here. Please share the video. See you later.